Hey Long Hollow family, it's Jen and Colin and we're back and we wanted to say happy Sunday and share a fun recipe with you today. So school's out, right?
Yep.
How excited are you?
I'm pretty excited.
No more me getting on your case about finishing work, right? That's right. And tomorrow is actually a holiday. Do you know what it is?
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, yes. And it's a day we get to honor all of the people that have died protecting our country and working in our U.S. military, correct? So we wanted to honor them today and do a special recipe just for that. You see Colin, trying to do the whole red, white, and blue thing. So we're going to make a cool pie today that Mom and Dad, let me tell you, it looks intimidating, but don't worry, I'm not going to do anything hard. We're going to make this easy, right? And it's not too bad for you either. So let's get started. You need pie dough. And this is one of my little tricks because we all know this trick, but I don't have time to do pie dough. And let's be honest, who wants to clean up after making pie dough?
No one.
No one. If you like to make pie dough, more power to you. Make me one. Send me one. Mark, I'm sure, would love chocolate pie. So, is that your favorite, Mark? Chocolate pie?
What about chocolate and peanut butter pie?
Peanut butter.
That sounds really good. Okay, so for this pie, you need both of the pie doughs in the container that you buy just at the store, and they keep it in the refrigerated aisle. And you just want to peel apart like this, very carefully.
Banana? Oh, wait, it's not a banana.
And it's just going to fit in your pie shell, okay? So Colin, this is going to be rustic pie, which is a fancy way to say not perfect, okay? Whenever you want to say something is like, I'm not going to spend forever on it, say, oh, it's rustic, and nobody will know the difference. Okay, your job is kind of push in around here, all the way around, okay? And then we're going to take a fork. Yeah, good job. All right. Now, you're going to take a fork, and this is a fun job for the kid. You're going to make hooks like that all around the bottom. Do you have any idea why we're doing that?
Maybe to put the strawberries and blueberries in?
Yeah, but why would you need little holes in the bottom of the dough?
I don't know.
You don't know? Have you ever gotten a piece of pizza and it had a big bubble on it that none of the toppings were on? Yeah, it's the dough. It's the air gets trapped under the dough, causes part of it to rise up, and you get a bubble. So what we don't want is a bubble in the bottom of our pie. Make sure you get down here, and then as you're doing that, I'm gonna try to make it look sort of pretty on the sides. And again, guys, we're going for rustic because perfection is just not.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing. You're right. Yeah. So, speaking of perfection not being a thing, what did we learn about this morning, Colin? Do you remember who we talked about this morning? His life was not perfect. Joseph, that's right.
It's not that good.
It was not that good?
But
Parts of it were.
Yeah, but it ended out better than anyone expected.
That's right. That's right. Okay, cool. Do you see how he's got all these little dots going on here? So that's going to help our dough not mess up. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is set that aside, and you need a big bowl.
Big bowl.
And you need a small bowl.
Small bowl.
All right, so then you need a whole lot of red berries. We like strawberries, but you could do strawberries and raspberries. You could really even just do cherry pie filling if you wanted to. But this, we're using strawberries because they're in season. So what I want you to do is to try one. I want you to tell me if it's sweet or sour. Or a little bit of both.
It's kind of like both.
A little bit of both. Okay. So you always want to try your strawberries for this recipe because you're going to put a little sugar in there. You know how some strawberries are really sweet and some are really sour?
Yeah.
Well, you want to change the amount of sugar that you put in there depending on how your strawberries taste.
Oh, they taste a little bit more sour.
Okay.
Than sweet.
All right. So I want you to dump all these strawberries in the big bowl. And this is 5 cups.
Bam.
You got it?
Oh, gosh.
That's huge. Oh, goodness. All right. So 4.5 cups, something like that. We'll leave the ones on the floor out of the pie.
Yeah, that's kind of bad. I didn't even do that.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay, cool.
Mistakes
So
make you better.
that's right. So while you clean that up so I don't squish strawberries all over my feet, I'm gonna go ahead and add our blueberries, which is 2 cups, into this bowl. We don't want it to spill blueberries. All right, you're doing such a good job, buddy. I'm so proud of you. All right, so the next thing we need to do is mix our things that we're gonna put in each one. So they're the same things for both fruits, but different amounts, because obviously we have more strawberries than we have blueberries, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So the first thing we want to do is mix what we're going to put in the strawberries, okay? Because it's more. And we're going to use 5 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now you can use flour for this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be cornstarch. I just happen to have cornstarch. So that's 2. Count for me, Colin.
3, 4,
and 5. Okay, so 5 tablespoons of cornstarch, and then it's about 1/3 cup of sugar to 1/2 cup. But he said our strawberries weren't super sweet, so we're gonna go with 1/2 cup. Making a lot of noise in here, buddy. All right, I'm gonna get the sugar. I want you to add it, okay? To this. Can you pour it in there very carefully?
Yeah, I'm not gonna that same mistake.
Okay. Good job. All right, and then the last thing we're gonna add in is 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Here's our little mixing thing. Here we go. So this is 1/4. Just do like half of this in there of salt. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's good. There you go. There you go. Now, stir that up for me, sir. You can get a good shot of this, Mark. He's just stirring up cornstarch and sugar and salt. And while he's doing that, I am going to take this lemon here and just, this is optional. You don't have to do this. But if you have a lemon, you can just take a microblade or a grater and put a little bit of lemon zest in here. What you want to make sure you don't do is get down to the white part, because the white part underneath your yellow is going to be bitter. You don't want bitter pie.
That's
okay?
not good pie.
No. We'll put a little bit in this one.
Bitter pie equals not good pie.
And then we'll put another one in. Okay, so see all this on the back? You can just take your finger, run it down, and get all of that. Okay. All right.
It's mixed up.
Is that good? Mixed up good? Okay. So this all goes in the strawberries. Ooh. And we're just going to leave it there for a second, okay? We're going to do the same thing for the blueberries, but it's less, okay? So for the blueberries,
The blueberries have less.
because there's less blueberries, that's right. So we need just 2 of these. And then only 3 tablespoons of sugar. I think blueberries are just a little sweeter than strawberries, so you don't need quite the sugar. Okay? And then you can still, if you want some more of your lemon in there, you can do a little bit more lemon. You just stir this one up. And that's all that's in the filling. Because as your pie bakes, all the natural juices and sugar from your fruit is going to come out. And that cornstarch is what makes it thicker, like a pie filling kind of consistency. So that's what's going to thicken it. And then you've got your sugar to make it sweet.
Big thing of lemon.
Yep. Now you can add some lemon juice too. I think we're going to go ahead and add, let me look at my directions here. 2 teaspoons and 1/2 teaspoon. Moving the knife. All right, Ben. I'm going to scoot you over a little bit. You're going to pour that in there. Okay? You got it?
I'm going to put this down.
Yep. Good job. Except we left a whole bunch. Let me get off the sides here. There we go. You gotta get it all out. Okay, now.
Some lemon juice.
Yes. Now, remember last time we did a lemon, you held it like this, and all the seeds fell out. I want you to hold it up like this. Like that.
Okay.
Okay? And you're gonna juice the lemon. Hold it up like that. There you go. And just juice the lemon. Use all those muscles. All right. We'll fish out the little seeds. It's okay. So we want 1/2 of a teaspoon for our blueberries. You can go up to 1 teaspoon. And then you want 2 teaspoons for the strawberries.
Bam.
All right, do this one. And make sure whoever doesn't have a cut on their fingers is doing this. And you don't have to push as hard, just twist. There you go.
That's how you get the lemon.
There it is. All right, I think that'll be enough. Okay, good job, bud.
I need to wash my hands.
You can do that. All right, I'll add the lemon without getting the seeds in there. So we'll go 1/2 teaspoon. That's 1 teaspoon.
Now lemon juice is an acid, so it kind of hurts when you're washing your hands.
Yeah, if you have a cut, that's what I was saying. If you have a cut on your hand, you don't want to be doing that job. Okay.
Or rub your eyes.
Or rub your eyes. Don't rub your eyes. Yes. Okay. So then we need a big spoon. And we're just gonna, you can kind of get a shot of this too. It's coating the fruit with the sugar and either your flour or cornstarch, whatever you're using.
It's like those little crunch berries. Cereal.
It looks like crunch berries. Yeah. All right. So
The black ones.
get it nice and coated and completely together. And then we'll do the strawberries. So guys, you can feel a little bit good about this because there's not a ton of extra ingredients. It's mostly fruit. Probably better for you than some other pies out there that we could have made. And this one's cool because I got a secret. It's gonna look like something very special. All right, so let's put this to the side. And now we're to our next thing, which is our other piece of dough here, okay? Yeah.
This kind of takes a little while to make.
It's not too bad. But it's why we're only making one thing. Okay, so this one you just want to undo the same. And this is where you can get a little creative and artistic, okay? So, if you noticed, we have a pizza cutter here. And what we want to do, before you start cutting, is cut like a, I'm just going to take my hand and like show you.
A T
You're
shape?
just going to like a, nope.
Like a half T shape.
Yes, you're going to go down to the middle with it and then over. You basically want to cut out 1/4. Can you do that?
Yep.
Okay. Now go to here. Okay, and then go here. You got it? Okay, so we're going to take that out. All right, and then here we're going to do strips, okay? Like maybe like, I'm showing you how long or how thick, okay? So like maybe that thick, and if you make a mistake, it's not a big deal. So you just keep going about that width all the way down, okay?
All the way down
Nice
to the
job.
end there.
I do like here. We're gonna do here. We had to kind of do sideways because, again, what's that word we're looking for? Rustic.
Yep.
We love
Now
rustic.
what is this starting to look like, huh?
I don't know. What do you guys think it is? Did we already tell them? I don't
Pac-Man.
remember. Huh?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
With strips.
Okay. Now I happen to have these cute little stars. If you don't have stars, no worries. Draw a star on a piece of paper, cut it out, or have your parents cut it out, and then you can just put it on your dough and use a little knife to like cut your stars out. And it's not gonna take a long time because we don't have room for very many, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? This size? This middle size? Okay. I want you to try to get, don't use that, as many as you can. And I want you to put them on this parchment paper over here. So like try to get as many as you can, okay? And I'm gonna get the next thing ready. So he's cutting stars. Now we're starting to hopefully get an idea of what we're making. There you go. Doing a good job, bud. I'm getting the next thing ready. Tell me, what did Joseph run away from? Who did Joseph run away from, I should say?
Potiphar's wife.
Yeah, because she liked him, but she had a husband, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he was running away from sin. Yeah. What did she do when he tried to run away?
She pulled his coat out and then said that he was the one causing trouble and not her.
Yeah, he lied. Or she lied. Sorry, she lied, and he lost his coat. Right. So, do you all anytime you try to run away from temptation, or maybe you say, "Hey, I'm not going to make a bad choice. I'm going to follow God." Can that sometimes cost you something?
Yeah.
Yeah. But was it worth it to him?
Yes.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Okay. All right. So we'll get back to that in a second. I made just a little thing of aluminum foil here, and we're going to use this to make a little 90-degree angle. So just eyeball it, and you're going to make just a little barrier here, okay? So it's going to be your job, Colin, to hold this in place. Okay? Can you hold that really good right there? Okay? So then you're going to pour your blueberries into the small section. And you're going to pile them on because as they cook, they're going to cook down. Oops. Renegade blueberry. He was fleeing from not temptation, but from me. Okay. Stay in there, blueberry. So get them all in there. And then, hold on to it. You got it?
It's the barrier.
Use both hands.
The Berlin Wall.
Use both hands, Colin. It's breaking free. We don't want them to break free. We're trying to keep the berries in. Okay. Now, then the strawberries are going to go on the other side.
I'm going to get my hand a little strawberry.
You're fine. You just want to hold this side a little better right here. See what I'm saying? Okay.
This berry's trying to escape here.
Trying to escape. This is a team situation we have going on here. Is it slimy? A little bit?
Yep.
That's all right.
I'll wash my hands.
It's super fun to watch you get slimed and not
Part
me.
of the fun.
Yeah.
Getting dirty.
All right, now lift your hands up and I can probably get around them better. Okay, so you can see better now.
And the barriers kind of hold the wall.
Yeah. They do. So you just want to get them all in there. I'm going to hold it where y'all can see. Okay, so it looks pretty full, but like I said, the strawberries will cook down. And the other berries will cook down. Okay, so then what I do is wash my hands first. But
Make sure you wash your hands.
yes. Okay, so one thing that you can do is brush what you've made here with some water or an egg wash and then sprinkle it with sugar, and it just gives it an extra little fun whatever. You want to do that?
Maybe.
Maybe? I was thinking you could give me a big, huge yes. Yeah. Okay, we need a bowl. All right, Colin, we're going to let you brush it with water. I mean, just a little bit, like this. Okay, just kind of dab it. Okay, now it's all you. Just dab them with water, and then I'm going to come around with some sugar. Let me get a little bit here. That's what I wanted. I'll come around the other side and just sprinkle. And there's fancy sugars to do this with, but
We just
we're not fancy.
Normal.
We're not fancy.
Only on fancy
Did you get
days.
all the stars? Did you get the last one?
We got the last one.
Okay, now do all the stripes. Hold on though. Let's think about this because we want every other stripe, right? So we're not going to use all of these, right?
Yep. We're only going to use the ones here, here,
Here we go.
the ones down here.
You got to think about this one. This one's a little bit tricky. Okay, now do those, and you can save this dough for little extra stars if you want to have little sugar dough stars. Maybe you could dip them into some kind of jam or something. Does that sound good? All right. So our Bible truth today was the Lord was with Joseph. How was the Lord with Joseph? How was the Lord with Joseph?
The Lord was with. That's a tongue twister.
It is, isn't it?
He was like there when he was running away from sin.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was working for Potiphar.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and he made Joseph successful in all he did, right?
Yep.
In Potiphar's house. Because Potiphar kind of put him over a bunch of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we'll see as we go through the story even more other ways that he was with him.
Yep.
Okay, so I haven't taken my aluminum foil out yet because it's kind of giving me a guide right now. And I think we'll stop there, Colin. Don't you think that's pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need you other thing.
That's right. We'll just have more extras. Okay, and then you want to just carefully lift out your little barrier there. And then you're going to help me put the stars on. Barrier. That's good, Colin. Okay, so then you want to just put your stars on. You got to help me, man. Put those stars on, dude. Wherever you think they should go. You can pre-cook your stars and stripes so they don't have the risk of getting juice from the berries on them, but we're not going to worry about it. It just seems too complicated. We're going for easy, right?
Yep.
All right, guys. So this is what the pie looks like before you put it in the oven. That's pretty, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got all your colors and you've got all your stars and stripes. Now this is going to go in the oven at 425 degrees for 30 minutes on the bottom rack. And then after that, you're going to lower the temperature to 375. And then it's going to go another 45 minutes to an hour. So, one thing you want to be checking for is that your crust doesn't get too golden brown. If it does, you can always go in there and cover it with some aluminum foil while the berries finish baking, and it will slow down the browning process.
Yep.
So, we'll come back later and show you what it looks like. All right, so this is our finished product. This is our American flag fruit pie. So it looked pretty good, right?
Yep.
I think we did all right. So we have a quick tip for you, which we did, but we didn't tell you about, and you want to make sure you do this. Put your pie on a baking sheet that's been lined with parchment paper or aluminum foil or something, because as it bubbles over, it won't make a mess in your oven, and it'll save you a ton of cleanup time. All right, anything else you want to say before I get this out? Anything about our story today? Any last thoughts you have about that?
Yeah, well, remember, guys, God was with Joseph in his life, so he can be with you too.
That's right. God is with us too, just like he was with Joseph. All right. Yeah, so yeah, we would probably let this sit for just a little bit longer if we weren't in a hurry to try it, but...
We are.
All right, get in there, buddy. Let us know what you think.
It's really jellified.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's better than I expected it would be.
All right, I hope you guys make this and enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Have fun with your family, and don't forget, the Lord was with Joseph, and he will be with you too.